Okay, share. Okay, now you're looking, I hope everyone sees my screen. Can you all see my screen right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
I'm going to explain to you the documents that you will need to prepare in order for you to present your speech. Okay? Right, the first one is the template. This is the template. Okay. So this is why I tell you to join early. You join late, and this is the reason. This is okay. Let's just move forward. Okay, this is the template. The template is available in Google Classroom. I will explain about Google Classroom after this. Let's scroll down. Let me just explain how the Google template should be filled in. Okay, let's see. This sample is talking about dengue cases in Malaysia. So this is just an example of a topic. All right. So as you can see, the topic is quite specific because it says it's dengue cases in Malaysia. Okay. And then also when you choose a topic, it has to be, I don't want just general, the topic should not be general. If you just put, for example, dengue cases, it doesn't make sense, okay? Like this, dengue cases, I will not accept it. So you have to change your topic to become more specific, more narrowed down, okay? So the second line is credibility. So let's take a look at what credibility means by reading this sentence. I am interested in this topic and have done some research on it. Credibility is basically you explaining to your audience why you decide to choose this topic. Okay, so that's your credibility. You have to explain why you decided to choose, if it's dengue cases in Malaysia, why have you decided to choose dengue cases in Malaysia? So that's credibility. Now, background of topic is just a general overview of your topic. So if your topic is about dengue cases in Malaysia, just provide a background about this topic. Okay. According to the Malay Mail Online, World Health Organization reported that one of the important causes of hospitalization and deaths among children and adults is due to dengue fever. So this is an introduction to your topic. Just 1 to 2 sentences should be enough. And then here's the thing, central idea is a narrowed down version of, okay, we're looking at central idea right now. It's a narrowed down version of your topic. So if your topic is dengue cases in Malaysia, then your central idea must be even more focused. So in this example here, you can see the increase of dengue cases in Malaysia is due to many factors. So as you can see, the aspect chosen is on factors. Okay, factors. So when you narrow down your topic, you have to choose one aspect. What aspect do you want to discuss? Okay, so if you look at this example, the aspect chosen is factors of dengue cases. All right. All right. So, okay. So does anyone have any question before I move on to the body, the body outline? You may ask me questions if I move on. You can ask me using the audio, yeah? I assume that if it's silent, then everybody understands. And I can't see the chatting section, so I don't know whether you understand or not. Can I move on to the next section?
Yes.
Okay. So far so good. All right. Let me talk about the body. Okay. Let me show you if, now this outline here. Okay, the content of this outline must be based on your article. So the minimum is 1 article, maximum is 2 articles. As you can see, the sample here uses 2 articles, okay? So let's take a look at the first sample. Okay, all right, sample number 1. This is a newspaper article, okay? This is the first sample. This is by the Sun Daily. Okay, the Sun Daily. As you can see, this article is actually a copy paste from the original article. So this has been copy pasted in Word form. You know why it's important for you to copy paste your article into Microsoft Word? Because I need you to highlight the information that you're going to put in your template here. Okay, so let's see if let's look at this first article. As you can see, some of the information are highlighted in yellow. Okay, all right, and then it's labeled as reason 1 and reason 2. These are factors. Remember the aspect, the focus was on factors, right? Okay, so that's why these 2 pieces of information were chosen and labeled. So why is it important for you to do this? Can someone give me an answer? Before you do, I'm going to show you another one. Here's another example, also taken from an article. If I'm not mistaken, this is the Star. Maybe it's the Star. Okay. The Malay Mail Online. Okay. As you can see, this is the second article. So this second article has a graph. Okay, this is a line chart of dengue cases in Malaysia. As you can see, information in this article has also been highlighted. Okay, so this is labeled as the background of the topic and recommendation. All right. So you need to do this for whatever article, whatever information that you're going to take from your article, you need to highlight and you need to label. What is this? What is this information for? This is for background to topic. Okay, so let's see. For example, since this information is for background to topic, then it should be put in the template under background of topic. Is this one? Okay. So the function of your highlighting and labeling should be based on the information you highlight in your articles. Okay. Any questions so far? Everyone is clear how to fill in the template?
Madam, Miss,
Yes.
in the template, do we need to copy exactly from the article or we make our own sentence?
I do encourage you to create your own sentences. Paraphrasing is the word for it. Yeah, I do encourage you to paraphrase because when you present your second topic, it's going to be a more difficult task. So if you start paraphrasing with your first, use your own words. If you start paraphrasing with your first speech, your informative speech, then I think you will get the hang of it when you do your persuasive speech. So that's a good question. Okay, it's best that you use your own words to write the content in the outline in the template. Okay, everyone. Anyone else has any question? If I move on. Okay, if you're silent, I assume you understand. I'd like to move on to description and analysis. There is a difference between the two, yeah? Please do not confuse description and analysis. Please don't mix them up because I'm giving you marks for each one, for whether I'm going to check whether you have description and analysis. So that's what that's the key focus of our lesson today. Oh no, someone else has just started joining. Okay. Okay, all right, everyone is present. 35. I'm missing one student. Okay, there are 35 of you, right? One student is missing. Okay, never mind. Let's just proceed. This graph, okay, this is the 1994 to 2014 graph. So let's take a look at that graph. Oh yes. Remember I told you the article that you use, the information must be pasted in Microsoft Word, right? So that you can highlight and you can label. but you also require another document where you paste all your visuals. Okay, so if you have only one article, of course I would expect you would only have one visual. But if you look at this document right here, this document is specifically for your visuals. So there are two visuals right here. So the template, okay, this template right here, the chart 1 is referring to this visual, the first visual, okay, dengue cases in Malaysia. Now, in order for you to describe, all right, now I've reached the part where I have to explain to you what description is, what analysis is. Okay, let's go on to I'm going to show you this document. Okay, this is an example of, these are different kinds of visual aids. As you can see, there's the flow chart, pie chart, bar chart, a line chart, table, diagram. You can use any type of visual when you're presenting your informative speech. Okay, all right, presenting a graph. Do you see these sentences here? These are samples of description. Let me just type here. Okay, descriptions. All right, these are description sentences. Basically, if you read this template, this graph shows the dengue cases in Malaysia from 1994 to 2014. So you're just describing this visual in general. Okay, whatever is you're describing in general, that is just description. Okay, so these are examples of sentences that you can use for descriptions, right? However, once we enter, however, analysis is very different from description. That's what I want you to understand. Okay, all right. These are known as trend words. Okay, increase. To increase, now there are trend words can be divided into two kinds, verbs and nouns. All right, so you can say to increase, an increase, or an increase, to rise or to raise. Okay, never mind. I think you can just read this on your own. You can see the difference. So when you, let's take a look at, someone else is still joining. Okay, all right. When you look at this template, let's look at these two sentences here. 2014 recorded the highest incidence of dengue cases. So take a look at this chart right here. As you can see, the highest cases is, yes, in 2014. Okay, so you can see that this visual is labeled. There are only like two labels. Because when you present, you only have 5 minutes, yeah, to present. So you don't want to go into detail like from 1995 to 1996. You don't want to go into detail. You just want to pinpoint 2 or 3 significant trends. Okay, the most obvious trend that you can see here. Okay, so when I say trend, okay, the words highlighted in yellow, these are trend words. All right, so doesn't someone turn on their mic? Does someone have a question to ask me? No? Okay, let's move on. Okay, so these are trend words. So if you use these trend words in your analysis, in your sentence, then it becomes an analysis. Okay, let me just type that. Okay, I've already uploaded this in Google Classroom. Oops. Okay, never mind. These are all trend words. Okay, this is for movement going up, movement going down. Trend words for movement going down. This is when the graph is stable. Okay, as you can see, the word stable, constant, stabilize. And then if there's a change in direction, you can use these words. Okay, to level off, remain steady, stop falling, or leveling off. Okay, so you can either use in verb form or noun form, right? There are two different types of trend words, either in verb form or noun form. Okay, now what is the function of degree and speed? All right, let's take a look back at this sample right here. Right, the third sentence, there was a gradual increase of dengue cases from the year 1995 to 2014. Okay, gradual increase. Gradual increase means if you just put increase, for example, there was an increase of dengue cases from the year 1995 to 2014. You only know that, okay, the numbers have rose. There is just an increase. But if you include the word gradual here, then you are being even more specific, gradual increase. So let's see what gradual means. Gradual falls under, okay, this high, right? Gradual increase. So it's just this high. Okay, that is the function of, these are known as adverbs. Adverbs are when there's ly, usually you can tell it's an adverb because there's ly that ends at the back. Okay, the function of adverbs is to be much more specific in your sentences. Okay, for example, like, is there another example other than gradual increase? Here's another example right here. Analysis, but this one is for chart number 2. Kelantan showed a sharp decrease. So if you just say Kelantan showed a decrease, you know, when you're explaining it in your words, if you just say there's a decrease, I'm imagining that the graph is just, oh, okay, so the number has fallen. That's what I understand. But when you use the word sharp decrease, okay, this is what I will imagine. Sharp is the same as dramatic. There is a sharp decrease. It's also known as there is a dramatic decrease. Decrease. Where's the decrease? The decrease is not here. This is upward movement. Okay. Decrease. We can also say there is a sharp increase. Okay. So dramatic and sharp increase, as you can see, the movement is this way. So the function of adverbs is to give a much more specific picture in the listener's mind when you're presenting. Okay, so this is adverbs. Adverbs is to help you be more specific in your analysis. All right, if you don't use adverbs, it's also fine, but you must have the trend words. Okay, decrease, highest. For example, okay, this in this outline, you can see that the trend words are limited to only increase, highest, decrease. But as you can see here, there are so many trend words of different kinds, see, that you can use. So don't just stick to highest, lowest, increase, decrease. You are free to use whichever as long as you know how to use them. Okay, all right. Let's move on to, okay, this is an example on how you're supposed to analyze a line graph. All right, let me just highlight the word here, the first 2 sentences here. Okay, from this one, okay, the x-axis of this graph shows the 12 months of the past year, while our sales in millions of dollars appear on the y-axis. This is a description, yeah? Let me just type that in for you. This is considered as description. Okay. It may be seen clearly that sales rose steadily in the first half of the year. Rose steadily. This is an analysis. Okay. You know why? Because there's a trend word already. Okay. So only the first sentence is considered as a description because there's no trend word. Then they dropped off in July and leveled out in August. Dropped off is another trend word and leveled out in August. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Dropped off in July. This is July right here. Okay, July starts here, I think. Oh no, right here. Okay. It dropped off and leveled out. So leveled out means there's no change. Okay. All right. So that's another analysis. After rising sharply, oh, okay, here's another set of, that this is a trend phrase. After rising sharply during September, right? So it starts here. September is here. It starts here, rising sharply. They suffered a dramatic fall right here in October, but then made a significant recovery in November. Okay, right? So the sentences that come after are all, as you can see, there are so many trend words here. Suffered a dramatic fall, another trend word, made a significant recovery, trend phrase, when the verb or it becomes a trend phrase when there are more than one word. When there are two words and more, that becomes a phrase. Okay. However, the year ended with a slight downturn. All right. All of them are analysis. Oops, sorry. Let me just. Okay. All of these are analysis. Let me just type this in without. Okay. Analysis. Okay. Reanalysis. Right? So analysis 1, analysis 2, and then there's another one, dramatic fall, significant recovery, and slight downturn. So that makes it 5 analysis in all and 1 description. Okay. Now I will re-upload this document so that you can see the clear difference. Okay, this one, okay. We'll also type starting from here. I'm not sure if I can move this, but I will do this later. Yeah, I will re-edit this before I post it again in Google Classroom. Okay, so as you can see, let's look at this template. Okay, there's a difference. If there's no trend word, it's a description. If there is a trend word, it's an analysis. And I need you to include both. Okay, when you fill in the template that you have to fill in would be an empty template. Okay, I have uploaded the empty template. This is just a sample. You use this for your own reference to help you, to guide you when you fill in your own empty template based on your own topic. Okay, so pay very close attention to how the sentences are written. They are written differently between description and analysis. So if you only have one visual, then you just put, you know, just for one visual. If you have two visuals like this sample, then you can put two visuals with descriptions and analysis. All right. Does anyone have any question before I move on? This is the crucial part right here. This is the, how do I put this? The meat of your presentation, the meat of your speech. So if you get it wrong, it might affect, it will affect your presentation. Does anyone have any question? Any question so far? Someone's typing. How to record. How to record. There's a button right here. Okay, and you can click the recording button right there. But don't worry, I will upload this meeting video in Google Classroom. So in case you guys weren't able to hear me, okay, in case you guys weren't able to hear me properly, you can take a look at this video again. Any question regarding the template, regarding the introduction or the body, your understanding of description and analysis? Anyone?
Miss,
Yes.
how many analysis does we need to put in the template?
Analysis, well, if you can have, according to the rubric, as long as I can see a description, well, 1 would be too minimal, I think. 2 is too little. So at least 2 descriptions, 2 analysis. But it depends on, but it depends on your visual, really. It depends on your visual. Okay, speaking of which, let me just think. There's another one. I don't want you to get stuck to just. Let's see if I can find it. I forgot that I have a slide that let me see if I have saved it. Affirmative speech. Is it? No. Uh, which one did I save it in? There's a slide that I want to show you that I forgot. Where is it now? I forgot where I put it. I saved it. Or commentary. Oh yes, this one. Here you go. Finally found it. I will also upload. Well, this one doesn't have a sample of sentences. Okay, I want to show you that you can use any type of visual data, yeah? Okay? All right, different types. Okay, now this is actually an exercise, but never mind. I think, okay. This is a bar chart, okay? You can anyone tell me what is the description for this bar chart? I've already explained to you the differences between the description and analysis. So how can you describe this chart? What's the sentence? Think about it for a minute. What is the sentence that you can create to describe this chart? We'll start with an easy one.
Can I try, Miss?
Yes, go ahead.
This bar chart is referred to Malaysia age breakdown in 2016.
All right, that's the description. All right. Okay, another description. So this bar chart explains the age breakdown in Malaysia in 2016. That's correct. Okay, can we make another description from this bar chart? You want remember, don't use trend words. Don't use highest, lowest, increase, decrease. Yeah. What else? Rose, fall. There was a rise. There was a fall. Don't use those words. Those are analysis. So, in general, what else can you describe? Okay, I'll tell you. Another description would be there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? So this description, a good description for this bar chart is there are 7 age categories in this bar chart. That is a description. Okay, so it comprises of under 15 age group. The age range comprises of under 15, 15 to 29, 30 to 44, 45 to 59, 60 to 74, 75 to 84, and 85 and over. I've already made 2 descriptions there. So a description is what you can see on the surface. It's not like what you see in detail. So the difference between description and analysis is the description is on the surface. In general, what you see is what you get. Analysis is like more detailed. You're now looking at the numbers in the graph. Can someone try to give me one analysis from this graph? Who can give me one analysis? Figure it out. I'll give you guys a minute to think. If you have the answer, you can just respond using the audio.
Okay, madam, can I try?
Yes, go ahead.
Under 15
Okay.
recorded the highest of
The
Malaysia age breakdown in 2016.
The highest what? The highest what?
The highest percentage.
Yes, very good. I want to clarify something, yeah? Do you see how different these age categories? Each age category is different, right? So you cannot say there's a decrease. There's a decrease. That would be wrong because unless you're talking about years from like this is 1995, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, then you can use increase and decrease. But this is different age groups. So you cannot say there's a decrease. You can say highest and you can also say lowest. All right, so you have to be very careful when you use trend words. All right, I'm going to move on to the next one. This is a line chart. Okay, can someone, just now I gave you an example of a description. Can someone else give me, can someone give me a description for this line chart, please? What description can you remember? Description is on the surface. What you see is what you get. What you see here, you don't look at it in detail. Give me an example of one description from this line chart. Is there a female volunteer? So far, I've heard male volunteers speak up. Male students speak up. What about the female students? Too shy?
Madam, can I try?
Yes, go ahead.
Uh, the line chart shows the climate change and the environment are increasingly of concern to EU citizens from year 2014 to year 2019.
Okay, I will accept that. All right, so yes. Yeah, basically it's very easy. A description is when you just take the title of the graph, the title of the graph, and then you combine it with the years mentioned from 2014 to 2019. So yes, it's very easy to make descriptions, right? It's just you just combine the titles and the years in the graph. Then you have a description. So yeah, the line chart is about climate change and the environment, which becomes an increasing concern to EU citizens from 2014 to 2019. All right. Okay. Now this is very similar. The line charts and bar graphs are very similar. So I think you already have an idea of how to analyze and describe both kinds of visuals. Now the tricky part is when you reach a table. Now this is considered as this is a table, yeah. So a table is I'm going to challenge you guys to come up with an analysis. All right. This is Netflix. There are different packages here. All right. See, I just gave you the description. The table shows different packages that Netflix offer to their customers. Description already. That's your description. Very easy. Now I want you to give me one analysis from each one. Remember, use a trend word. Trend word. What trend word can you come up with to create an analysis? Try this one. Anyone? Did you get it?
Can I try, madam?
Yes,
Can I try, miss?
yes, yes.
Yes.
Right. The premium, okay. The premium package of Netflix show the highest show the highest monthly price. Than the other package.
Yes, it's the highest compared to other packages. That's a good analysis. Anyone else wants to try a different analysis? If you look, okay, here's another analysis for you guys. If you look at this, if you compare the services provided by each package, okay, which one is more lacking? The package that's more lacking would be the cheapest package, right? See, I used the trend word just now. The cheapest package, which is mobile only, only offers 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. Yeah, only offers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only offers 5 services compared to other packages such as basic, standard, premium. Okay, when you're comparing, you are already analyzing. All right. Okay, so it's very easy to make analysis. Now, description is also easy. It's just remember that description is on the surface, but analysis would be when you look at the detail. Okay, meticulously, you look at the details carefully, then that's how you make analysis. I want to move on to the next one. Okay, this is a pie chart. All right. Okay, so the pie chart here is the clue is given at the bottom here when it's this in the source. Okay, the source is by American Waterworks Association research. So then, okay, what it is, just looking at this pie chart in general, what description can you make? Can someone give me one description from this pie chart? Anyone? Remember, you cannot use any trend word for description. Just a general statement. Anyone? What time is it? Oh, okay. No volunteer?
Miss, wait, I'm just thinking.
Hello, Miss.
Yes.
Yeah,
Can I try?
Go ahead.
The chart shows of the water usage used by Americans in year 1999.
Okay, good. All right, that's one. That's one description. Okay, good try. Okay, another student, please give me one analysis. One analysis. I want you to understand that you don't have to just stick to bar graphs or just graphs. There are so many types of visuals that you can describe and analyze. So don't be so rigid. Please expand your choices of visuals. Give me one analysis. This is the lowest, I think. Lowest. And this is the highest. So how do you analyze that? Can anyone come up with a good sentence? I gave you clues just now. The highest.
Madam, I'm going to try.
All right.
The usage of water on toilet has the highest percentage compared to the others.
Okay. All right. That's a correct sentence, but you're missing the number. So when you say it has the highest percentage with, you have to also include the number. So because when you write it in the outline, I want to see the number. So yes, the usage of water by using toilet has the highest percentage with 26.7%. And the lowest is other, which is 5.3%. Now that is a complete analysis. So when you write your outline, you must also include the numbers, not just the trend words, but also the numbers, so that when I read your outline, I understand immediately. Oh, okay, so that's why it's the highest, that's why it's lowest. All right, let's move on to this one. This is what is known as a diagram. Okay, so many steps. Now this one has too many steps. You can't use this kind of visual, this kind of diagram for your 5-minute presentation, unless it's like this one diagram. You can find a way to analyze the whole step. I mean, all the steps. If you're that good, you can analyze it in 5 minutes, maybe in 4 minutes. You actually have only 4 minutes to present the content, your content. Okay, so now when you, as you can see, there are not many numbers here. All right, remember what I told you, like, you know, I know you're used to like increase, decrease, highest, lowest, but trend words can also be when you remember what I told you. Description is a general statement. Analysis is when you explain in detail what each step means. That's analysis for diagram. Okay, here's an example. One description for this diagram is, this diagram shows the process of how to start a startup business. That's one description. Okay. Analysis. Analysis is when you explain step by step what each step means, then it's considered as analysis. All right. So when you say, okay, there are many steps that a person or an entrepreneur has to go through in order to reach success. That is description. What I give you just now is description. Okay, here is the analysis. All right, the analysis starts when you start explaining in detail each part, each step. All right, before you begin anything, you must live in the future and you must live ahead of your time. Okay, what this means is you have to find a section in the market, in today's market, that has not been explored by other entrepreneurs. For example, before 2006, YouTube, Instagram, what else? And you know, current famous social medias like Facebook, to include, they did not exist. Nowadays, people have used these social media to generate income for themselves. Okay, so social media has created jobs for people. All right, so this is what it means to live in the future, to think ahead of what has not been explored, so you can make money out of it. So what I gave you just now was an analysis. Okay, because I went into detail of what this step means. So that one alone just took me like 1 minute to explain, right? So if you're going to choose a diagram, you have to be careful that your diagram does not have too many steps or too many things to explain. All right. So I will still accept it if you want to if your visual is a diagram. Just make sure that you describe and analyze separately. So, all right, so that's an example. Oh, sorry. Okay, here's another one. Political parties. This is a Venn diagram. A Venn diagram is when you have 3 different elements here, right? 3 different political parties. It's known as a Venn diagram when they are combined together to find a similarity. Okay, so a description would be, there are 3 types of political parties in this diagram, which are Republicans, Democrats, and Libertarians. That is a description. Okay, how do you write an analysis? Analysis should be the differences or similarities that each party has with that each party share with one another. So your analysis for this Venn diagram should be on the differences between each party or the similarities between each party right here. Okay. So before I end this presentation, can someone give me one difference? Give me one difference. Okay, one difference between each political parties. Anyone?
Okay, madam. Let
Yeah.
me try.
Okay.
The Republican Party's conservative dislike heavy government control, focuses on individual rights associated with religion, while the Democrats, liberal, focus more on public duty, believe the government is here to protect, associated with the secular, and the libertarians believe in individual responsibility.
If you compare just two, that would be enough.
Okay.
Yeah, but the sentence you gave me just now was just you were merely listing. You have to when you analyze, you have to use complete sentences. So the information you gave me just now, that was correct. But make sure you word it properly. Yeah, it has to sound complete. Let me just correct your sentence. Yeah. The differences between Republicans and Democrats are that Republicans are conservative. They dislike heavy government control. They focus more on individual rights, and they are more associated with religion. Compared to Democrats, they are liberal. They are more focused on public duty. They believe that the government is here to protect, and they are associated with the secular. Okay, so that's analysis. You have to be careful with analysis class, because like I said before, like was it this one? Yeah, this one. Remember what I told you before? You cannot just say like the toilet has the highest percentage and other has the lowest. You have to mention, what is the percentage, so I can see that, oh, okay, now I understand why this is highest, why this is lowest, because this is 26.7% and this is 5.3%. Similar to this one that you gave me just now, you were just listing, okay? When you analyze, you have to use complete sentences to compare. Okay, but the information you gave me was correct. All right, so do you guys understand what you need to do, how to describe and analyze different visuals?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, now I'm going to now go to Google Classroom. I've created a classroom for you, right? This is the code. Okay, I will post this code in the WhatsApp group. Okay, right here. This is your WhatsApp group. Okay, so you can join this group anytime. So as you can see here, the attendance, please sign the attendance because I only set it to 11:50 a.m. So you have about 1 hour. Here right now it's already 10:53. Yeah, it's limited to 11:50 because for those who don't sign the attendance, I give marks. I give 1 mark to those who sign the attendance because it tells me that you were present. Okay, so you need to click on the button there. I'm going to take attendance in Google Classroom every week. So if you are late or if you don't sign in, I will know. Okay, wow, La Junior, 2 sign already. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so the samples that you need, the template that you need is right here in front of the speech. Okay, the empty template is there. Now the sample for the portfolio, all the documents that I explained just now are here. And there's this this informative speech portfolio submission format. This is actually a checklist that you have to go through. Oops, I don't know why I cannot look at that. View material. Let me try. Oh, okay. You guys try. If you can't look, if the checklist is unavailable to you, please make sure you inform me in the WhatsApp group. Yeah. Oh, all right. And then these are the expressions. You know, the trend words, this one that I explained just now, it's under materials and references. So these are expressions that you can use when you're describing your visuals. Before I end the session, does anyone have any question? Any question? Any question? Everybody is silent? If you're silent, I assume you understand. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to end the 1 hour session. So for the next session, what I want you to do is, I want you to go into Google Classroom, start preparing your portfolios piece. I have assigned, we're going to start presenting on week 6. Right now, this week is already week 4, okay? And that week, next week, I'm going to explain to you, I'm going to give you links for how to properly present your, to present your speeches. Now, I have not decided yet what application or software that I'm going to use for you to do your ad hoc presentations, because you have to do it live. That one I will tell you later, okay? But for now, okay, please go into this and prepare your portfolios. Okay, so everything you need is there. Sign the attendance. Please sign the attendance. If you don't, because as explained here, your attendance will affect the outcome of your grade. Okay, assessment schedule I have not uploaded yet. I will do so later. Whatever is in this checklist, everything that is in this checklist should be in your portfolio. All right, and the trend words that the differences between description and analysis, these are the trend words that you get. These are the documents that you can refer to. Okay, so that's it. If you have any question, please ask me in the WhatsApp group. I'll be available until our class ends at 12 p.m. All right, class? We're done. All right, go and prepare your outlines, prepare your charts, highlight your articles, do what you need to finish your portfolio. Any question?
Miss.
Hello?
Regarding of our topic, does any change that we need to do with our topic?
I think because we're already late, this group is quite late, so I think I'm going to give you the freedom for this first speech. Okay, so as long as it's informative, as long as you follow the format, as long as you fill in the template properly, okay, you just follow the sample I have provided, inshallah you'll be okay. Regarding the presentation, I'll discuss about presentation next week. Yeah. Okay, regarding slides, because you have to prepare the presentation slides. It doesn't matter how many slides you have. Usually it's because it's a 5-minute presentation. So it's about 3 to 4 slides would be enough. Okay. All right. So next week I will talk about your preparation for your speech presentation. All right. So if there is no question, you can now log out. Okay. Any question will be entertained in the WhatsApp group. All right, thank you, students, for sitting in on this session. You can leave. You can leave, and now you can go explore Google Classroom.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Welcome.
Right. Thank you, Miss.
Hello.
Hey.